It hit different when it's your family that's going through it, and you the one that got to make a life-threatening decision, life-altering, should I say. You're standing between death and life, and you know that one decision can change everything. It ain't got nothing to do with memes and trolling people anymore and having all these little hissy fits on the internet. Right.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers.
Got real ops out here. You want to play? I cannot go outside without that, man.
I'm not giving it back. No.
I'm grown.
I'm not giving it back.
16. You told me when I turned 16, I'm grown.
No, because I'm trying to figure out why do you need that? What do you have it in my house for?
Why you trying to backdoor me to the ops?
What are you out here doing to people?
Oh, I gotta be careful outside. Why did you not understand? Oh my God.
It's going straight to the police station.
No,
I'm not gonna play with you, little boy. I'm not turning you in. I'm gonna tell him I found it outside. I ain't gonna turn you in, but you don't need that. If you need that, then you don't need to be going outside. You don't need to be. Okay. So you've been taking it to school?
Yes, everywhere.
Let's go. Let's go, because we can go to the police station and file. We can go to the police station and file.
First of all, he ain't crying simply because his mom took the gun away. For those of you who don't know what a switch is actually just slang for a gun, pretty much. But she didn't take the gun away just because. Well, let me rephrase that. He's not crying because she took away the gun specifically. He's crying because he knows that he has been doing some things outside of that house that could possibly cost him his life. He has done things outside of this household that could have potentially gotten his mother and anyone else that lives with them in some stuff because of his decisions and choices once he leaves those walls. Now here's the thing that I want to address, right? Because mama takes away the weapon, and I ain't got no issue with that. What she said here is absolutely correct. You wouldn't really need a gun unless you were out here involved in shit that you shouldn't be. What's going on when I'm at work and you at school? Right? I get that part. But what I want to address is the fact that you don't even know what your son is doing. 16 years old. All this time, you had no idea that he was going through all of these changes. You didn't see nothing written on the wall. You did not, as a mother, with these intuitions and these gut feelings that you women claim you have. You didn't understand that there was a transformation taking place in front of your eyes. Yet use social media to vent about how men aren't necessary in the household, how men aren't capable or suited to lead anymore, or we are disconnected from women and we have such a hatred towards you, and we're just the vilest creatures on the face of the planet, yet and still what you're looking at here is statistically not an anomaly whatsoever. It's been noted vigorously that parents that are separated and raise children without the father in the household are likely to produce kids such as this gentleman here, on his knees crying, pleading for you to return something to him that I would assume he obtained through a friend or someone that is also living a similar lifestyle to him, which also would tell you that the other person also came from a similar background that didn't have the equal proportions to give them a better chance at living outside of the normal stereotypical lifestyle that we are all sadly accustomed to, which is guns, violence, and drama. Black child raised by a single black mom, the same black mom and single women all across the board who claim that they are a man and they can do the man's job while also being the woman in the household. So you take away his gun, which I'm not mad at, but you take away his gun, you don't know what he's doing in the street. I can only assume that you and him don't have the type of connection where conversations are available to you, that confessions are allowed to be put on the table. In layman's terms, all the foul shit that he's doing, you don't know about. The females that he's fucking or having sex with, the 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 pregnancy scares, the STDs that he might have contracted, the grades. There's a lot of things you don't know about your kid, and it's clear as day by the fact that this man or this young man has a gun, and you just discovered it allegedly, and you're putting it on social media for the world to see. As I can only assume, it's for clicks and likes. But what I appreciate about the video itself is that no matter what your intentions or motives behind it is, it only further shows lack of accountability on your end. Because while you can have all of this towards him, which I get it, you got to understand too that you take a part in this as well, a huge part in this. Where is the father at? What is your dating history looking like? What is your environment looking like? How tentative are you really to him? Because let me tell you something. Single parent household, two parent household, it really doesn't make a difference. Kids, when they want to do something, they'll find a way to do it. They just think that adults are dumb and that we just don't see what the fuck is going on. But in this case, it's clear that there's a disconnect in that house. And it didn't start with him. It started from you and the man that you laid down with and the environment that you offered to him. Sure, it's easy to say, well, you wouldn't have to be in this if you weren't doing what you were doing. Well, who set the stage for it? You and the Father set the stage for this. And a lot of you are responsible for this type of situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, though. Hopefully, after what just happened here, they had a real long talk, because he got the gun once, he can absolutely get another one.
It's